What is going on, guys? It's SJHSports and welcome back to Leeds United Career Mode. This is episode number 2 and you're probably looking and seeing the date that we're on the 1st of July 2014. I am an idiot, guys. I didn't save episode 1 up. Now, there's two ways of looking at this. It's going to be a win-win for us both, boys. I've got to tell you. One is we actually are going to have an extended episode. So we're going to have 4 games in this episode. We're going to have a lot of transfer news because you guys from episode 1 have been leaving masses of comments of players and stuff like that. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to bring them all in or not. I am going to go in for Gray and still need to work on the pronunciation of his first name. I did make a slight error in calling him Dimitri. I think it's Demari, I'm not sure. I'll find that out for you later on. So we are going to go back in for him. There's a few other players that have been suggested to me. I've had a look through all the comment section on the episode 1 and we're going to try and get a few of them players in before we actually start the season. I can only apologise, guys. These things happen. Ideally, I didn't want it to happen like this, so we are going to go in for an extended episode this time. So it could end up being like 20 minutes long. I'm really sorry, guys. These things do happen. So then I've gone and put, and I've changed it up a little bit. I've gone and put Austin on the transfer list. I've also gone with Eddie White, Tong, Wootton and Norris, and Zach Thompson. They're the clubs that will be departing Leeds United, hopefully in the next coming weeks or so, which gives us quite a good bit of money. It will probably generate around and about 1.5 million. So we can go in for one of these players that you guys have been suggesting to me. So we just had a offer rejected for Gray for 1.5 million. So I'm going to go in for a 1.9 million offer for this guy. Hopefully he doesn't go for too much. Hopefully we can get him for the same amount of money we got in the last episode. I think it was for 2.1. So we're going to try and undercut that bid and get him in a little bit cheaper. Now, one of the names suggested to me that James Wilson has 1 year left on his contract. He's a striker, he's 18 years old. We're going into our rival club in Manchester United. James Wilson and our chief executive said Wilson looks like a future star, but he's yet to sign a long-term deal with the club. We're probably going for a sum between 1.6 and 2.6. So we're going to go in with a 2 million offer for James Wilson. Another player then, Gary McKay-Steven then from Dundee United, is a calm. He can play right and left wing, I believe. He's got 1 year left on his contract. We're going to go in for a £1 million offer for him. So Dundee United have come back and said that our transfer offer for Gary McKay-Steven is too low. They have set a price tag of 1.4 million. We're going to go back in with a 1.1 million bid for him. So you can see our transfer offer for James Wilson then, Manchester United have accepted our terms at £2 million. We may have overpaid for him, but we don't care. We're going to get this guy in. We're going to give him as a squad rotation player for the time being. And Birmingham City have accepted our offer for Gray. Then we're going to offer him a deal. We're going to give him a 5-year deal. We're going to go with £2,500 a week, and we're going to go important first team player. Great news, transfer offer then for David Norris from Birmingham City. We're going to negotiate his valuation at 1.8, see if they come back with that offer. Transfer offer then from Nottingham Forest for Rudolph Austin. We're not going to sell him for less than 600 grand. I feel that's, at the minute, we're going to negotiate that. We may be able to try and get some more out of him, but 600 grand is the valuation for Austin. So Birmingham City have reviewed our asking price 1.8 for Dave Norris and decided to match it. So Nottingham Forest then have said that the offer for 600k for Rudolph Austin they decided to match it and go ahead with the deal. That's great news. Dundee United have rejected our offer for Gary McKay-Steven. We're going to leave that for the time being. James Wilson's contract has been declined because he wants a bigger role in our club, so we're going to go important first team player. Gray has accepted his contract, so we're going to get him into the club now. That's a good little signing. So I did say that I was going to leave the Gary McKay-Steven transfer, but there's a lot of other clubs sniffing around him. There is some Premier League clubs, i.e. Swansea, the Sporting Lisbon after him. So we're going to go in for a 1.4 million offer for him. So Dundee United have accepted our 1.4 offer for Gary McKay-Steven. Then it's all down to us and the player. We're not going to go silly with this. We are going to give him a crucial first team role. Get him into the squad. It'd be a nice little signing. Play sold then, Dave Norris has gone to Birmingham for 180k. The board have allocated 150 to our transfer kitty. James Wilson has accepted his contract offer. That's great news. We're going to get him into the side. Transfer offer for Michael Tong. Again, it's from Nottingham Forest. We're going to go 400k for him. So Gary McKay-Stevens then has accepted our contract offer. I think we have enough funds just to get him in. So we signed Gary McKay-Steven now as well. Player sold, Austin has gone to Nottingham Forest for 600 grand. The board have allocated $500,000 to our current transfer budget. So Nottingham Forest then said that the offer for 400k for Michael Tong wasn't willing to pay that much. So we're going to go back in with the counter at 380. Player sold then, Michael Tong has gone to Nottingham Forest for 375 grand. The board have allocated 325 grand to our current transfer budget. Transfer offer for Aidan White then from Ipswich Town, it's for 350. We're going to negotiate 400. We need to get as much budget in as we possibly can to strengthen the squad. So Ipswich Town have come back and they've said that they're not willing to pay that sort of money for Aidan White. So we're going to try and squeeze a little bit more out of them. We'll go 380. So we are going to sim the cup game that we were playing against Dagenham and Redbridge, because at the minute I'm not fussed about the cup, we just want to get the league games underway. So as you can see then, we've got Taylor in goal, we've got Pearson, Belusi, Wootton and El Fabro. We have got Sloth and Bianchi, Adrian, Benedict, ADY and Dukara up front. So here we go, we win 2-0 and Benedict getting on the score sheet with 2 goals. Transfer offer then for Zach Thompson from Blackpool for 140. It's below his valuation. We want his valuation, which is at 160. Reviewed the asking price for Zach Thompson, so they're not willing to spend that sort of money on him, so we will just accept him, get the funds in, get him off our wage bill. Ipswich Town have reviewed our asking price of 380 for AD White and they decided to match it and go ahead with the deal. Ipswich Town representatives will now meet with his agent to negotiate his contract. First game of the season then is Fulham. Like we did last time, it was 1-1 in episode 1. We are having to do it again. So the starting 11 has changed quite slightly. We've gone with Sylvester in goal, Berardi, Bamba, Cooper, Taylor, Moat, Cook, Byron, McKay, Stephen, Gray and Steve Morrison up front. James Wilson is on the bench. Back to Sam Byron. Byron will go into McKay, Stephen. McKay, Stephen lays it off to Moat with his left foot and it goes just wide. So we're going to have Moat over this. It feels weird having a left footer on the free kick. He's going to step up there and he's Moat. Oh, he's just gone wide. Head in hands time for the Leeds fans. And you take a look at the replay. It's not gone far wide. It's always killing the wrong way away from goal. And we do find Sam Byron. Byron then lays it into Cook. Cook will lay it off. Here's McKay Stephen inside the area looking to shoot. Forces the save out of the goalkeeper. A great ball into the feet of Gray. Gray will lay it off. Here's Steve Morrison inside the area. Morrison's shot was weak and it does force another save out of the goalkeeper, and we are starting to finally press the Fulham defenders as a half-time whistle goes. Moat into Morrison. Morrison looks to play it into Stevens, who's going to get on the end of it. Shoot! Oh, what a chance. Byron will go back to Big Steve Morrison. Plays it into Cook. Cook will jink back inside to McKay Stephen, who hits it. Good save again from the keeper, and Gray. Oh, what a finish. Gray scores on his debut with a spectacular bicycle kick from the regionals. Good save from the goalkeeper. It came into Gray. It was a good shot from McKay Stevens. It was a good save. Then Gray with the bicycle in off the post, and Leeds' campaign is up and running. It's 1-0 and it's Damari Gray who has scored. Shit. Why did I do that? Taggart lays it off, a chance, and McCormack has scored. I don't believe it. Stupid idiot Stewart. Why do I pass it out of there? It was well read by the Fulham man, and he sets up that man, Ross McCormack, to score against his former club. Some support, lays it off to Alex Moat. Moat will play into the area to James Wilson on a debut. Wilson will shoot, and it goes wide. That's the full-time whistle, and the points are shared here. We was definitely the better team, and it's finished the same result as what happened in episode 1. It's finished Leeds United 1, Fulham 1. We've sold Zach Thompson to Blackpool for 140 grand. The board have allocated 120 to our current transfer budget. Transfer offer then for Scott Wootton from Charlton Athletic. It's below his valuation. We're going to go 350k. We're trying to build up the funds to get in other players, because I feel we need to get in strength, another decent centre-back. And as you can see, the deal to sell AD White to Ipswich Town has now been finalised, and the board have allocated 325k to our current transfer budget. Right, we've received a transfer offer for Steve Morrison, who isn't even on the transfer list. It's for 700 grand, it's from Paderborn. I am going to negotiate 1.2 we're going to counter the offer for. Next game of the episode, we take the trip down south, a long trip away at Brighton and Hove Albion. A couple of changes to tell you guys about. We've got Ngoyi in the CDM role, who Leeds have signed in real life, which I added before the game. And James Wilson gets his first start, so he's making his full debut for the club. Everyone else stays the same. Well done, Gray. That's great play from him again, and he's running at the first chance he's got to run at the Brighton defenders. He's doing really well here. Lays it out wide to Byron, back into Gray. Gray into Wilson. Wilson skips past his marker. Wilson will shoot. And he gets his first goal for Leeds United. And it's 1-0. It's our first real effort on target. Real effort on goal even. And James Wilson has got 1 goal to his name. Can he kick on now and get some more? That must be a confidence booster. It's been a midfield battle in this first half, and we strike the first look. It was great play from Wilson. It's a fantastic finish from him into the corner of the net. Left Stockdale with absolutely no chance. It's 1-0. Into Wilson. It's a great ball through to McKay-Stephen, who can get his first goal for the club. Here is McKay-Stephen. It is. It's 2-0. And McKay-Stephen and James Wilson, both goal scorers against Brighton in the first half, have got their first goals to their names under their belts. Well played from McKay-Stephen, and it's 2-0 now to Leeds United. Great balling from Wilson into McKay-Stephen. Wilson's fouled, but the free plays an advantage. And we're cutting him open. Great play. Here's Ngoye. It's 3-0. And Leeds are running riot at Brighton. And Ngoye getting his debut goal as well for us. It's Brighton 0. Leeds United 3. A lovely pass from McKay-Stevens to set up Ngoye. It's 3-0. Down side for Brighton. Plays it inside to Stevens. Stevens will go back to Loa. Berardi then, who's going to stop cutting and crossing. He's gone past 2 men. He crosses it in. Header. And that's a fantastic header from Mikhail-Stephen from about 12 yards out. Heads it into the top corner, and Brighton get one back. It's now 3-1. Well done by Adrian. He's won it well. And here he goes. Adrian blocks a play in Wilson. Here is Wilson. It's 4. It's Wilson's second. Set up on a play by Adrian. Superb play from Leeds United there. And we're playing some good stuff. I'm very, very happy how the team has panned out. McKay-Stephen's done well. Adrian came on to replace him and he's set up a goal. And Adrian's been brilliant since he came on. Wilson has been a different class. It's 4-1 now. Free kick then for Brighton, and it goes. Oh, it's unmarked, and they've got in, and it's Loa that's got one back to reduce the deficit on the 90th minute. Well, deep into injury time, we went to sleep, and it's cost us. It's Brighton 2 now, Leeds United 4. Well, there goes a full-time whistle. We have picked up 3 points down on the road to Brighton and Hove Albion. It's been some good performances. That man, James Wilson, was outstanding. Adrian was brilliant when he came on. McKay-Stevens was even better. It's finished. Brighton Hove Albion 2, Leeds United 4. Paderborn have come back and they said they're not willing to pay the 1.2 million offer for Steve Morrison, so we are going to negotiate 950 now. And player sold. Scott Wotton's gone to Charlton Athletic for 350k. The board have allocated 300k to our transfer budget. Well, if Paderborn aren't moving on this, we are going to accept it. He is 30 years old. He's a 67 overall. 750k for a 67 overall is quite good. Player sold then. Steve Morrison's gone to Paderborn for 750k. The board have allocated 625 to our current transfer budget. So the final game of the episode then is Leeds United against Middlesbrough. Silvestri, Berardi, Bamba, Belusi, Taylor, Ngoye, Cook, Byron, McKay-Stephen, Gray and Wilson. Continue. Here's Charlie Taylor. Now Gray. Back heels into Ngoye. Here's McKay-Stephen. Looks to thread it through to Wilson. And here we've got off. And what a finish. What a start from us. It's James Wilson, who has got 3 goals now to his career at Leeds United. That was a fantastic finish. McKay-Stephen with the beautiful through ball, and Wilson still had a lot of work to do. Didn't he do that? It was a brilliant through ball from McKay-Stephen, and the finish was even better, clinical. It's Leeds United 1, Middlesbrough 0. Byram lays it off. Here's Berardi into Ngoye. Lays it off to Lewis Cook, edge of the area. Cook! Oh, he just goes over. Good strike. It was ambitious from Lewis Cook. It was worth an effort. It was a great effort, to be fair. Wilson has to duck out of the way of it, otherwise the ball would have taken his head off, and it skims the top of the bar and goes over. Well done by Ngoye. And we've got Wilson through here. James Wilson holds up play. Ngoye touchline down. It comes through to Wilson. Tries to dink the keeper. That's unlucky. Surprised it didn't go in, because the way that Wilson's on form at the minute, that would have gone in. He had the confidence to try the chip. There's Kike back to Adoma inside the area. Shot comes in and it doesn't trouble Silvestri. And that is Middlesbrough's. I think that's the first real opportunity of the game. Lays it forward to McKay-Stevens. Got Adrian, who is through and onside. We're catching him on the break here. Here's Adrian, and it's 2-0. And Adrian scored his first goal for Leeds United, coming on as a substitute. McKay Stevens ball through again. He's lethal with his passes. And Adrian celebrates in front of the cameras there. But Adrian wasn't going to miss. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Doubles our lead. That's a 3 points surely in the bag now. Early ball in. Belusi, he's had a quality game at the back for us. He's been everywhere. Sylvester then throws it out to Gray. Plays it into Adrian. Who finds Lewis Cook. Cook's then he's got McKay Stevens up with him. Billy Sharp's making movement inside, but McKay Stevens going alone. McKay Stevens to Sharp. Sharp's touch is good. Shoots. It goes wide. And it could have and should have been 3-0. Well, there goes a full-time whistle. We have picked up 3 points. Our first home win of the season. We've played 3 games in the league now. We've done fantastically well. We've picked up 7 points. It's finished Leeds United 2, Middlesbrough 0. Grande Ngoye has suffered a pulled calf, will be out for 2 weeks. He did pull up towards the end of that game. Didn't really bother showing you because it was pointless. This video's gone on far too long. You've probably lost interest up to now. I don't know, you may have been gripped by my wonderful commentary voice, but Grande Ngoye has suffered a pulled calf and will be out for 2 weeks. So boys, the episode is coming to an end. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then make sure you go and smash a like. See if we can get 150 likes. The likes on the last episode was insane. Yeah, so we're on transfer deadline day in August 31st. We've got 10 hours left. I'm going to leave it here. I was going to play another game, but I want you guys to get your comments in. I need a player that's going to be around and about worth 1 million to 1.8 million. It can't be any more than 1.8. That's the only funds that we have available until January. We can ship out a load of players. 10 hours remaining, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Grandpa Stu, and I'll catch you guys all on my next video, and goodbye.